threat as Andrew's got some of his own, but look at this push. Oh, it could all come to a head here in a second.
Flashbang's great though, it's perfection, but the kills only come through for one. Nexus slides in, calls over the support of S1MPLE, so still 2 players to get past, and S1MPLE, a difficult customer to deal with. He's taken down another, even with Nexus falling. Keeps that advantage there, but Nikitos's lurk. Onto Andy, finds success. S1MPLE realizes that player remaining had the bomb, and this fight, Nikitos doing everything he can to keep OG in this, and it falls to S1MPLE to close it out.
He's already flanking in towards lobby. He's been very quick about this, but with no presence in towards heaven. Krisen's actually going to take the plant for Hut. Timing could be a big issue here. Krisen around the corner hits the headshot instantly on S1MPLE. So what was looking like a guaranteed ramp hold, especially when you get that third element of S1MPLE rotating over. Next, it sets up...
Set them up for a bit of a pop play, but that's about all the excitement you should expect. Around has found one. S1MPLE's Deagle rotates back up ramp. This luck looks good though. Gonna catch one easy and adjust onto the follow through, and yeah, all threat avoided. S1MPLE mitigated, and OG will get that 2-0 start.
Yeah, as you expect. And I like the... Ooh, nice shot. I like the way they approach this round. They just take the space outside because they know with the long-range gunfights, that's going to be a lot better than potential.
No immediate commitment from it. 27 seconds. Has to be this A bomb site. There's a lurk out through main, but Nexa at CT vent finds success, swings out there, gives up his life. Nate does a hell of a lot of damage. They're at the presence because they've still got 2 players down towards B. Basanito starts to move out with Primetabs by his side and flicks down onto Krisen. They know a player still must be stuck in towards door. Really taking their time on this approach, and they don't have a kit, so they actually can't afford to waste too much time here. Really need to get that defuse going quickly. You know where this final player is. Okay, kit's been recovered anyway. That was on Nex's body, so the urgency not so dire. But a very successful round to get Bc.Game on the board.
Yeah, I mean, what a shot from Sasanito. Not only on the rafters. It's going to be up to Nexa to try and stave off this pressure once again. He's in the same spot as last time. Spook gets a kill on Andu. It is all up to Nexa to hold A back.
And he goes down. That's the round. Lovely variation from OG when you were able to successfully get down lower and you could see what the response was from Bc.Game. Take that extra player down. Put more pressure on to really get Bc.Game to bite. Cool little spin on what had almost worked previously.
It's a nice idea because they use exactly the same U2 at exactly the same time as well. So you think it's going to be a carbon copy. And Andu does exactly the same maneuver where he goes down the vent and then he's just jump spotting. He gets exactly the same info as before. Doesn't actually see the second player. They even delay the timing on it. But you hear that flashbang, you know something's a little bit fishy. Great round out of OG.
S1MPLE's going to be providing some coverage from afar to make it feel like a player's not close. That spam comes through. The flashbang, really good, but doesn't matter. Sasanito overwhelms Spook, who can't quite connect his spray. At least that trade comes through from Krisen from above. That slowed down this outside progress, so instead in towards ramp. Off angle from Primetabs, but Adam B, wide swing, strafes across. Space retained, space gained. G on the front foot.
Yeah, you can take that space in ramp pretty proactively because you've heard someone firing deep outside through those smokes to bait in Sasanito. So that is new undiscovered space that can be taken. And then Andu gets caught in transition, moving either towards Squeaky or towards the vent. Nikodos doesn't care which one it is. The point is he takes him down. And now Krisen's lurk surely is going to catch S1MPLE eventually. Not quite. S1MPLE's now being really loud about coming back up the vent, and he just removes him instantaneously. And that's really upset OG. They don't know where to go next, and Nexus push lobby in the meantime. It's the old guard a bit towards ramp. They've been able to win this fight pretty convincingly onto Primetabs. Now he's elevated on the headshot box.
S1MPLE's here.
Imagine he's going to get flashed off. He said it's Simple that loses his life first. Sassanito will find Chris, and that was the outside lurk. And Prime Tap's forced all the way back. Yet again, ramp space conceded.
Yeah, look at Andu, though. He's just pushed through. So he's managed to get this lobby control. This angle favors him. I mean, he has the full read if they decide to come back here. So it's going to free up the rest of his team to move about. They have 3 players down B. That's kind of surprising to me. Because there's this big gap over towards Hell, which OG currently look to exploit. If they just wrap Heaven, which they can freely do, even with Andu's good space, it becomes an incredibly difficult round for Bc.Game.
Andu's now going to go in towards Squeaky. Prime Tap's has re-pushed ramp, so he goes, okay, well, they're not here. I have to double check my surroundings, and Rosdos will remove him. Now it is all up to Andu. That nade should Lion Crush on him, and Spook doesn't die. But Sassanito will at least slide in main. Yet again, it's the outpour of Bc.Game players all through one direction. But Nikados is on this lurk through Squeaky, but it might not matter if he's losing all of his teammates in the process. Andu on a swivel. There goes Nikados. And between the two of them, 14 HP. Wallbang doesn't work. Nikados slides into the corner, trying to buy time for a Rosdose. And now it is all up to him. Stick on the bomb, 5 seconds. Actually spooking up amongst the rafters, looking to cause a fright onto Andu, but Andu holds his nerve, doesn't bottle the retake, and it equalizes things for Bc.Game.
Yeah, great damage done by his teammates to set him up for that. I think it's calm that both are low. You can see Andu just going for that spam. Oh, there was a nade push. Simple's running his way back towards ramp. But A is the destination. These 2 players, Andu and Nexa, need to hold against this. The flashbang, oh, not going to matter. Sassanito spams one out. Nexa gets his as well. Spook will remove Andu. You've still got Nexa to deal with. Still got Sassanito. Good damage done. HE over the top. Doesn't quite hit Chris in. But now Prime Taps rotates in at the off angle. And Simple's in the back lines. Shouldn't be much to say here for OG. Yeah, it's the USP that gets it done.
Nice little bait and switch there.
Have an opportunity here because at the moment it's the pistol that's holding the secret pop. Spook crawls close. I thought there might have been a flash, but there wasn't. So he's going to fall off. Oh, he's going to run away. Lucky for him, Spook wasn't close enough. Smoke goes down, but they found Sassanito.
And now this might pull them back in towards a split. You still got this player over at Squeaky Door. Andu's now going to be enticed to try and take this space back in main. Simple's firing off shots. And look at Andu. Yeah, he's starting to push and force the issue. He now knows about Aradose in towards Squeaky Door. But he finds his mark. Simple will at least get rid of Nikados. He was the player that was scaling Heaven in the meantime. Up the vent for goes Prime Taps just for a moment. Nexa in his favorite position on this A bomb site will capitalize. 35 seconds left. Surely OG are going to go down in towards B.
Have to, but it's got to be Simple to step up. 2 players low, but does that matter when you've got the AWP? He's lost sight on Krisen as well, who's wrapping all the way around ramp. So Simple needs his AWP into the next round. So despite Nexa, he's just going to cross down and maybe progress towards Secret. Simple's finally found that opening kill. Removes Spook outside and he's looking for more. He's seen ahead. And he'll hit the shot too. What a flick from Simple. Can't adjust for Krisen. Gun just not ready to fire that third, but he was ready for it. And Prime Taps the timing on the jiggle. This time perfection. Bc.Game. After OG and it to them for a couple consecutive, it's off the back of a Simple double. Prime Taps chiming in with his 2. Should be setting up that 5th, but they can't allow it to get too expensive.
That's a classic Simple I'll do it myself moment. He's been frustrated by the amount of outside smokes that OG have been putting down. Yet again, they drop the diagonals and they go into the wall of smokes just to get over. And he says, screw this. I don't want to break open the HEs for you to tuck around these corners. I'm just going to elevate myself. He said it doesn't need to get too expensive. Sassanito will get rid of Chris and 4 stay.
And well to bring it back so far. P250 for Krisen. Aradose hits the deck. Next up, bots out a couple, but the flames go forward to deny further scaling. He is low. He has some help in Andu by his side. The Managed so far to keep them at bay into the scope of S1MPLE. He's missed that opportunity on the first. Lets one cross, but he'll peek back in for it. He's completely alone. And it doesn't matter because it's S1MPLE. And the deagle comes out. Adam B wondering how his teammates can't deal with one player. But you can't put the goat in the corner. There's no way for Adam B in this round. Sassanito's already rotated. Windows not broken, doors shut. A bomb plant perhaps. As he desperately looks, he gets stuck in the door. Sassanito.
And with the fact that, again, OG, they haven't really got everyone performing at the highest level, it's imperative they kickstart their campaign on the CT side a little bit better. And Crizzen will get a misleading dink onto Sassanito. Nikados will at least rotate down. It was his double in the pistol on the T side, trying to dance between all these players, but S1MPLE will remove him early. That's the B bomb site breached.
A good spacing as well. Bit of an off-angle plant, but the kill cut's found by Prime Tap, so door under their control. It's out double. There is double trouble with Roste with dual Berettas. Spook goes looking for answers elsewhere. It's going to be this flank up from the ramp. Not a kid on any of these players though, and S1MPLE puts one down. Doesn't feel like there's a way into this pistol. They start to scale out. That's when the swing will come from Sassanito. And as they'll say, dealt with as well. A double up. Sassanito to close off.
To multi. We'll both be eating our words because they are about to head in towards this ramp direction. Nexa scoops up the bomb, moves into radio. This push comes in off the back of a flash, but again, they're still going to pressure CZ. There we go. Finds the first, but again, overwhelmed at the second time of asking. And Nikados is then pushed back off the angle. Harris Dosse thought about going in the back line. It's actually Spook tucked in towards the corner, and as Prime Touch jumps in the window, this angle, I was going to say becomes uncleared. Nexa gives it the consideration. Sassanito follows up with the trade 3v2. Nikados can arrive on the scene quite quickly. A fake out on the plant. But it's actually the enabling of the CT rifler. There's that 5-7 dealing with Prime Taps. A plant in the smoke on Sassanito. And whilst he does punch in the digits, the longevity of the round is short-lived. OG's force pays off.
Yeah, that one's a bit unfortunate, but I think the killer there is actually S1MPLE getting caught outside. He was at alert.
Oh, this is really quick as well out of him. He's already approaching the doorway to main. He'll be careful that the smokes don't hinder him and give up his position, but Crizzen blindsided, and S1MPLE just keeps going. Sprays brilliant onto Nikados. Gift the AK and you shall receive 2 opening kills.
Timu Fire Serpent looking well worth every single dollar that went into it. 2 good kills, and he might even find himself a third. Yeah, S1MPLE. Pure rifle. No man you'd want with his palms on it other than him. They'll say we'll start to rotate at ramp, but already Bc.Game have full control.
Oh, we can't go for it. They've got to save it immediately. Like, it's a 2v5. You've got no money. Sure, you've got util. Hooray. Like, you literally just have to leave the situation. S1MPLE's won this round single-handedly. Or has Andy won it because he was the one that dropped the gun? A cause for concern for OG. Have we made the right decision? Are Bc.Game doing exactly what we did back to them? Well, Crizzen deals with Sassanito. That was your lurk. So now you should have a pretty good idea that it's going to be B.
And Spook, good hold at the doors. Also gets that follow-up dink, but the flames are fantastic. Molly from S1MPLE flushes out one. Further flames go forward in towards the ramp room. Adam B kept back. 3v3, sure, 2 players are low. Primetap's playing such a key position on the edge of this. The wide swing comes out, bomb has gone down. Nexa behind the silo, run down by the SMGs in S1MPLE. A 1v3 required, but with such little HP that as soon as he reveals an inch, he is removed. We just keep going back and forth.
Yeah, that's a really important one for OG.
Spamming. Doesn't connect Anything there? Oh!
Okay.
Well, that happened.
That works.
Knife out, ready for a lurk through. You often see players expecting this to happen. But what can you do against Assassinito there? Like, you just kind of got to shoot down, but he's just not able to respond to the situation. Now Simple becomes the point man. Through and oh, look at us. He didn't get a chance to even respond.
I think they know about the player in garage. Just in the way Simple's maneuvering, yeah. I love that. Flashbang through at a Nexa and just Simple keeps on going. He's a one-man army. And OG cannot fend off the beast. He's now in at heaven. He's everywhere. But Aristose still finding kills, but there he is again. On for the ace. The full house of OG scalps collected on Simple's mantelpiece if Spook gets removed by the king. But he'll just try and evacuate through C in towards A. This is incredibly quick. Sassanito burning alive. It's the UMP that gets the kill. But we traded immediately yet again by Simple, and Bc.Game pull the plug on the fast A push.
At least they get that trade back. Looked a little scary for a little bit there. They lose the first in this good CT position, so right call to call it off. 4-on-4. We have not seen an AWP on this CT side, thanks to the economy being kept in the bin.
You could late go A here. You could wait another 20, 30 seconds. But no, instead they are enticed to check out ramp. Adam B is on a good angle here, but the multi-kill potential from this position sometimes is a little bit trickier than you first anticipate. Just like that, because now he's forced off the line. Ramp space given over 45 seconds. Again, don't have to commit down in towards B. You can still move back in towards an A play if you'd like to. And I think Nex has got the right idea.
Yeah, you can tell us what it's going to be. Only one player on this site. Snicker does. It's going to be this play outside. You can see some movements. Nickadal's backside needs to be the hero for them. Not revealed to heaven, so Simple can't see him. And Nickadal catches him off guard. Follows through for another kill. And needs to get away. Nade comes out. It does not work out for him at all. Kristen's been spotted on the up and up. And the trades are there. It's on to Nexa. In the 1v1, time is limited. Gets the bomb down. Adam B starts to rush. Nexa's such a low HP, but manages to move forward and pick
OG. And they go back to outside. They just take all this space. Simple. Andu already down B. But Nicolas is trying to put a stop to it yet again. He needs another multi, but he won't get it.
That round was such a swing round. I mean, the money, you look at Bc.Game, it's not fantastic what they have left over. That's off the round win. That loss bonus, they would have been actually had a lot of trouble if they'd lost that round. So it could be the round that determines this entire map and series. Oh. Okay, that's the bomb. Not a problem, I don't think. The Kristen's found an AK.
$25 and 8, he doesn't care. He's just swinging every angle.
Yeah.
Sassanito should have to jump.
No, he was not looking the right way.
Okay, well, you know one is in main, one is in towards their spawn. Yeah, you just go plant. Simple could tuck himself up in towards heaven. Where's the third player? Oh, he's in towards hut. Primetats could be caught off guard if he's not too careful. Trying to diligently clear every angle to try and be aware of the possibilities, and now he sees one in towards hut. Adam B removed from outside. So main and hut, the danger zones. Here by OG, Simple goes down, and now it's Primetaps that needs to put up the fight. He needs to isolate these kills, has done it on Primetaps. And that was all up to Aradose, but he can't do it. Last bullet in the magazine out of Primetaps. Bc.Game again. Sweat off the break. We need overtime again. This is looking like a leveled up scoreline again. We're going to need guaranteed all 24. I doubt the Glocks are going to get something out of this round.
Shouldn't do. Might be. Maybe overstays his welcome. I guess against the Glocks, he does a pretty damn good job. So, actually, stays his exact welcome that he needed to. Get himself a little quad kill. Let's Spook that comes through to make sure there are no casualties. OG Touch does take a forward position. See OG ready for any sort of pop here out of the on top.
So you can see a little pixel, Crescent. Aware of top main. Yeah, he is. Completely blindside Sassanito. That is 2 opening kills from the in-game leader. And there it is. That small pixel will remove prime taps.
Anime's in this off angle like every single round. So yeah, Simple's ready for it and sees the second player of Nikodas. Let's take a lot of damage for his trouble. I think maybe you do look to save again. It's tricky. I think Simple feels like that's what he wants to do.
He's got a time in here out heart. Oh, dropping the mollies now. They don't have the timing at all.
It's all signaled, isn't it?
Maybe they're just going to drop the mollies and then leave. No, instead they're going to group up. Is there any way where you can maybe go down the vents?
There's 2 players down at Secret. They've moved up though, so maybe there was an opportunity to go down the vent. Simple falls off the spam. Next up, should just get burst upon here and yeah, goes down after 1. So OG find map point first on there. Doing a similar position to where he got spammed out last round. Successfully skirt into dark. Just had that drop as well, so that's some information. Spook has gone down. But Andrew again caught outside by Chrisin. He has had his number and be a slight variation in his setup. Goes down after 1.
Oh.
And we've got a little bit of a bug there, so I missed exactly what's happened, but you can see not too much. Just taking that ramp control. Just engaging.
Oh, they're doing this thing again where they take all the ramp space and they go back out A. If they go through Squeaky right now, then Aristose might be in a little bit of trouble. You see, he's got to deal with so many angles. It all comes down to this timing, if it's going to favor the CT or not. Time starts ticking. No one has really gone back in towards ramp, so everyone's a little bit static. You see that Crism is starting to come up Secret, a little investigatory mission towards outside. And if he goes in towards main, then he'll have a line on Squeaky, which bails out Aristose. And there it is, Simple removed. It comes with a dink, and then the top hut player can get involved. It is all up to Nexa. A 1v4, one player is quite low. He's just going to stick in the digits and hope.
Gets it down. Knows Crism was low outside. It's not an impossible 1v4. Flashbang from Spook to maybe set out these players out of heaven. But Nexa repositions into maybe not the position you'd expect him to be in. 3 players coming out heaven. It depends if one scales along the rafters to cause problems for him. There's that flashbang. He hears them dropping out. There's that player scaling. And yeah, Crism just runs around with a 5-7. And that's the way OG get it done. It's a slew of rounds in a row from 8-11 to 13-11. They force us to a decider.